Hey guys, Davin Lim, board certified dermatologist. Today we'll be talking about minoxidil, how it's used, the various forms of minoxidil, including foams, lotions, as well as oral minoxidil. It's used for hair loss, in particular male and female pattern hair loss, as well as combination treatments that dermatologists frequently employ with minoxidil itself. So minoxidil, what is it? Minoxidil is an old compound that actually first came about as an antihypertensive, in other words, used to control blood pressure. But what they found out 40, 50 years ago was that this blood pressure medication had some side effects, which is basically hair growth, and hence the birth of Rogaine or Regain. So minoxidil itself works by increasing your hair count, both in number. It reverses miniaturization of your hair follicles, but also improves your hair density, but also thickness and robustness of the hair follicle itself. How it works is in two methods. First of all, and most importantly, it increases the longevity of your hair cycle, in other words, your anagen. So your anagen is increased, and hence you have more hair for a longer period of time. Additionally, it works by jetting out the old hairs, in other words, the hairs which are sleeping. So it reduces your sleeping time and increases your awakening time of your hair follicles. Guys, so the second part of this video is the treatments that dermatologists employ that's based upon science to augment minoxidil itself. So while minoxidil is one of the best known treatments for hair loss, most patients actually get the best results when they combine it with proven therapies. And that's where red light therapy comes in. This is the iRestore Professional, an FDA-cleared at-home device that combines lasers and LEDs to stimulate hair follicles. This device delivers a powerful 1,410 milliwatt total output, which is one of the highest available for any LED device, thus giving you the power levels comparable to in-clinic treatments. The design provides broad coverage with LEDs, while the laser diodes deliver targeted intensity to the hair follicles themselves. That dual action is what helps promote stronger, denser hair growth. In fact, in clinical studies, iRestore Professional shows an 46% increase in hair count just within 16 weeks. Many users start to see visible improvements in hair thickness and fullness within 3 months. The treatment plan is straightforward: 25 minutes 3 times a week. It's non-invasive, drug-free, and dermatologist recommended, which makes it an easy long-term option to complement minoxidil itself. So guys, if you're serious about maximizing your hair restoration results, the iRestore Professional is a proven science-backed tool to add to your routine. You'll find the link below, and don't forget to use the code Dr. Davin for a discount. So minoxidil itself comes in 3 main forms. The first form is the most well-known, which is basically minoxidil lotion, and you use that every night. So the instructions on the booklet will say 1 ml nightly, but obviously you have to use that according to the area of which you're concerned about. So if you have a small area of balding, then certainly use a smaller amount, larger area, more than 1 ml. There are 2 different concentrations, both in Australia and overseas. Generally speaking, the 2%, which is marketed for female pattern hair loss, as well as the 5%, which is marketed for male pattern hair loss or androgenetic alopecia. Most dermatologists would tell, even for females, to use the 5%, because the 5% obviously is 2.5 times stronger than the 2%. And the results, generally speaking, for the 5% are better. So when do you see the results from the lotion itself? It can vary. It can take up to 3 to 6 months before you see the results. One of the things which all your dermatologists will warn you that for early adopters of minoxidil, you will get some transient shedding of your hair, which is basically your anagen hairs extending their life, but also older hairs, which are sleeping hairs. So when that happens, that's actually considered pretty good, because that's not a side effect, it's actually an expected effect. Because what that heralds is that the next phase of your hair cycle, which is your anagen cycle, is going to be longer, which means you're going to get more robust hair for a longer period of time. Hair loss. Now we talked about lotions. You also have what's known as minoxidil foam. Minoxidil foam is easier, it's more convenient, it's less messy, but it's also more expensive. So which you elect to choose really depends on your own preference. But they come in 2%, they also come in 5%. Just as a caveat, some dermatologists may prescribe that as a 7% or even an 8%, and they may even prescribe that with things like, for example, tretinoin in the solution itself. There's no evidence that higher concentrations is better, but higher concentrations will certainly give you that transient hair loss followed by that hair gain. Now, minoxidil itself, when it's applied to skin, needs to be converted by an enzyme to form the more active form of minoxidil. So in 50% of the cases, if you're using it topically, it doesn't work as well because some patients lack or have a very low amount of those enzymes, and hence minoxidil itself is not as effective as taken orally. So now we're into oral minoxidil. Oral minoxidil, like I said, is very, very old. It's well over 4 decades old. It's got a good safety profile. However, there are some side effects that you should be aware of. So what's the dose? Generally speaking, for females, it's between 0.5 milligrams all the way up to 1.5, sometimes 2 milligrams. The problem with taking oral minoxidil is that in some cases, for females at least, it works too well. And what you may suffer is what we call hirsutism, in other words, excess hair growth in unwanted areas such as facial hair. Not too much of a problem for males, but females a bit of a problem. So female doses, very different, 0.5 milligrams all the way up to 1.5 milligrams. You can go higher if you don't have any side effects. For males, generally speaking, the recommended minimum daily dose is 2.5 milligrams. It's got to be taken daily because the half-life of minoxidil is short, typically between 12 to 23 hours. So minoxidil, ideally, it's a once-a-day dose. Now, side effects for it. Side effects varies. If you're talking about topical minoxidil, that's very different. Topical minoxidil can have side effects, for example, irritation of your skin, dryness, eczema, skin irritation, flaking, as well as burning. That's primarily due to the propylene glycol, which also helps to absorb the minoxidil into your scalp. So topical minoxidil side effects include absorption-related side effects, irritant dermatitis, less commonly, and allergic contact dermatitis. Tablets. Now, tablets, generally speaking, the side effect profile is pretty low. It's about 5% or lower. The most common side effect for tablets include swelling, so what we call ankle edema. I'm on minoxidil. I do suffer some ankle swelling if I try to push it above 2.5 milligrams. So sometimes the rate limiting factor is actually the dosage itself. So we talk about swelling. Very rarely you can have syncopal episodes, in other words, lightheadedness, because remember, it was first invented to decrease blood pressure. And then very rarely things like migraines, because it can vasodilate, in other words, dilate your blood vessels, and as a result you can have transient headaches with that as well. And then extremely rare things like your palpitations and gastrointestinal side effects. So overall, in the scheme of things, it's still a very safe tablet to use and to take. Now, what happens when you stop it? When you stop it, unfortunately, your hair loss reverts back to the original state. In other words, how you're originally going to be, or your future, if you weren't on minoxidil. So you don't have that accelerated hair loss, but what happens is that over time, you will shed hair and you're back to square one. So it's no big deal. How much does it cost? Minoxidil itself is compounded, and the cost will vary according to your country. It can be as cheap as 50 to 60 cents US per tablet per day, all the way up to $2 to $3, depending on where you are. So still, in the scheme of things, a very cost-effective treatments. Okay guys, so if I can just to give a little breakout of how I actually manage my hair loss, or try to preserve the amount of hair follicles I have now on my head. So what I do, like I said, I can use minoxidil, but the maximum dose I can use is only 2.5 milligrams a day. Any more and I get feet swelling, which is bad. So for me, it's about finding another effective side effect free treatment that's scientifically proven to increase or at least maintain my hair growth at this moment in time. And for me, it is, believe it or not, it is using in at-home devices. Yes, I've got access to a lot of lasers here, but lasers, they are time consuming, they're painful, and they're messy. So what I do myself is I use the iRestore helmet. It's a proven LED device that stimulates hair follicles. And for me, it's a simple treatment because when I'm working on my laptop, when I'm catching up on my emails, it's a hands-free device, and I'm using it 25 minutes, 3 times a week for both effective maintenance of my hair follicles, but also some regrowth, especially when I combine that with minoxidil itself. So guys, now that we discussed about iRestore and LED devices, what other ways can we use to increase the absorption of minoxidil? So another way is microneedling. Microneedling is not my favorite option. The reason being is that it is more troublesome to perform. So you're using a needle, it's more painful, you've got risk of infection, risk of bleeding. So even though it's been shown to increase the absorption of minoxidil, you can increase the amount of side effects apart from infection and bleeding, but also importantly skin irritation, because when you're microneedling and applying topical minoxidil, you can increase the absorption of minoxidil itself. And remember, it's got the propylene glycol, which often causes scalp irritation. So certainly microneedling's out there, not my favorite outcome. We can also use lasers, for example, 1927 thulium lasers. The downside about lasers is that they need to be maintained over a long period of time. So when you're looking at the cost-benefit ratio compared to investing in something like iRestore, most dermatologists, unless they are selling the lasers in their own practice, will probably give you the advice independently to use light therapy at home and combine that with minoxidil itself. So guys, there you have it. That's an in-depth video on the use of minoxidil, both as a standalone, but also as a combination with other devices that are employed by dermatologists. Guys, remember that combining treatments with minoxidil will always give you a superior result compared to minoxidil itself. So most of us would advise combining light treatment, for example, red light like iRestore with minoxidil to give you a better outcome. So guys, you can use the code Dr. Davin to get an exclusive discount.